So today we are going to discuss about catalog items. Write it down. Catalog items. Write it down. The catalog item can be goods or services. Can be goods or services. Goods or services, comma, user or any user. Any user can be ordered. Any user can be ordered.
Priyanka, any user can be
Ordered
okay.
ordered or requested by themselves. By themselves. By themselves. I'll repeat again. Catalog item can be a goods or services, comma, any user can be ordered or requested by themselves. Next line. The overall catalog is made up of the overall catalog is made up of a collection of discrete catalog items. Discrete catalog item. Full stop. Next line. It provides the self-service opportunity to the customers. Self-service opportunity to the customers. Full stop. Okay. So let us discuss about what is catalog item. Then we'll go with the implementing it, and then how we are going to use it as well. We will discuss. Okay. So what do you guys know about catalog item? Just give me like in 1 or 2 lines of this, then we'll go ahead. Not only regarding service, no, just whenever you heard about like in catalog item, so what came into your mind?
Yeah, bunch of items placed in a page.
Yes,
Maybe a collection of items that we can order.
correct.
Put it in.
Yeah, good. So that's what. So catalog is something where we are going to purchase, or let's say out of the service now, we call it as like in catalog something, the products which is ready to deliver, or else the products which is there in the stock. Okay, so the items which is available to going ahead with like in sale, right? So whenever we are going thinking about like and whenever we discuss about like in catalog item in service now, it's similar to that only. So catalog item is something, any kind of goods or services which is available in service now. So here it might be like in hardware or software, or else maybe like in some other network kind of related, or else maybe any kind of access issues or anything. So in any kind of thing which you just need to get a services from a service now, then we can it might be like and it's just a part of a services which is available. So there we do have like in catalog item as well. So catalog item is something simply it depends on like a category of an item, so which we are going to order it or else request it. So simply we can say it's a goods or services anyone can order or request by themselves because it's a self-service opportunity which we have. So yesterday we discussed the service portal, right? So there we do have a different kind of things as well. So let me open the service portal. Okay, so in service portal we do have like an need something, okay, request something. So these kind of widgets is available. Okay, if I click on that, if I click on that any of a widget over there, so depending on like in my requirement, so I was just looking into like in those stuff. See here, we do have a request something. If I click on request something, browse the catalog for services and items you need. That's a description, short description, which is available on this. Okay, so these are the categories actually. So business application life cycle, can we help you? Department services, we have hardware, office, peripherals, quick links. Okay, so delegation, we have software, standard changes. Okay, so let's say there is like a most probably will go with like in hardware, software, and that is like in few peripherals as well we use sometimes, and then we'll go with like in can we help you too. So here we might have like in few related things like in password reset or else all the things is available. Okay, so here see in the catalog service, let's say example, let me go with the mobiles. So in and here it's a home we are before. Okay, and then we have gone to like in service catalog, and there the path is like in hardware we went, and in hardware we are in mobile session. So these are the things. Let's say if I want to order Apple iPhone 13, just we will click on that and we will check the specifications and we will order it. So why we need to order? Let's say example, I'm working with like an, in service now, in specific projects, there I just need to get a mobile so that which I can contact with like in few of the customers or something else. Or else I'm working with like in sales department. So the company itself will provide a phone, right? And then not only mobile phone, we can go with like a laptop as well. Okay, so it depends on like in how we are going to utilize the item. And one more thing, so simply we cannot order it if after ordering it, after sending a request is generated, that should be approved by someone. Okay, if that is approved, then only you will get it. So simply whatever the things which I like it, let's say I like laptop mini. Okay, so if I order it, I will not get because the respective person who is going to approve my request, he will not do that. So because it's not necessary for my work. Okay, so it depends on that actually. So let me go and showcase you like and let me go with Amazon site. So here, let's say if I pick any product over here. Okay, so let me take with like in laptops only for better understanding. Okay, here you go. So we do get like in different features as well with the different companies too, right? So let's say example, if I pick one laptop, so here we do have like in laptop image we have, and then the title is will be available and the description for that and everything, all the things will come up, right? So let this load. It's taking time actually. So in the same way, whatever the things, let's say if I click over here, so there is a image of the product, and there is a title for that, and there is a description as well for that. Right. So we'll just like a thing which is available in a e-commerce site, let's say this one. You can go with like an anything just for better understanding. Just I have gone through Amazon. Okay, so this is the title of this one, and then here we do have like a description too, which is nothing but the features which is available, and the image we have, and the price we have, and add to cart, buy now, all the details available, right? In the same way, even here we have like can see the title we have, the description we have with the image, and then the specifications. Here you can check it out like in the specifications with the storage, color, okay, data allowance, replacement, all these things. Okay, and here see I can add on like in how many quantities required, and the price will come up, delivery date. Okay, and I can add this to add to cart. So if I add this to add to cart, it will be available in my add to cart. So I just need to select the details over here. Then I need to click on add to cart. Okay, so that's how. So you might get like in one more question over here is like who is going to pay the money? So this is something which organization will take care. We need not to worry about it. Okay, so now this is a catalog item actually. So catalog item is something which any goods or services which we are getting the services from a service now. Any user can order or request by themselves by clicking on a request something. Okay, so now let us know about like and how we are going to. So this let I showed you like an Apple iPhone, right? So how in that way, if I want to create or if I want to add any laptop over there. Okay, so in hardware, so here I just need to add a my laptop. Need to create one catalog item. So let's start with like an how to create a catalog item. So just click on like an all in left navigation menu. Okay, so in this application navigator, just type maintain items. Maintain items. Under service catalog, there is a catalog definitions. Open this maintain items. See here, manage goods and service available to order from the service catalog. That's the hint which is coming over there. So see, this is a catalog item, and please remember the backend value of this sc underscore cat underscore item. Okay, so there is like a lot of out of the box catalog items actually. It's like in 186 catalog items are there as out of the box. Okay, so if I want to create new one, okay, just click on new. In the top right corner, click on new button. So now I'll get a page with a new catalog item. Okay, so now see I do have like a name, catalogs, category, okay, and there is like in roles as well, all these things, right? So let us go with like in one by one the options which is available in this new catalog item page, and then we'll create one and we'll showcase that how that works. Okay, so now see, so the name you can go ahead with like, and let's say I want to create a laptop, right? The catalog item, just give like in MacBook. So MacBook, which I will use it. Okay, and now see that we just need to add the catalog and the category. So this is nothing but something. See, this is the catalog, service catalog, and the category is hardware. So if I add the details over here, then only whenever I click on here, the category will, the item will insert into that specific catalog and the specific category later. Okay, so even in Amazon site also we do have that actually. So whenever I click any product, okay, so it will show the related breadcrumbs which we can see here under computer and accessories. Okay, we have a peripherals and the keyboards, mice, and input devices, mice. Right. So that's how which we can. So this is the path which we can see. So from which category we are searching for. Okay, so that's how we do have like in the catalog and category. So unlock this and then search with the service catalog. So here see we have a technical catalog, resources and service catalog. Generally we use service catalog. Okay, whenever I added this one, okay, now this is read, not a read only. Now it is editable. Before it was read only. Okay, if we want to you if you want users to be able to search for this item, add it to your category. So if the search should come up, then we just need to go ahead with it. Okay, so now the laptop is something the hardware, right? So let's search with like in the hardware with the title. So now see under catalog is service catalog and we have a hardware. Okay, so now this is done. So I'm getting a backend values as well. Let me save this because that SN util is working on. Yeah. So now state and checked out. So this is for something, the state. So we do have like in publish, draft and everything, which will come later, not now. These two which we got recently. Okay, so checked out is something true or false, which we can. Okay. And the owner, you can go with like an your name. It's not a mandatory. Whoever the owner might be, you can add any of a user. Okay, we can skip this as well. By default, we'll get a logged in user. Okay, and then application active we know already. Okay, fulfillment automation level, it's like an unspecified. You can go with like a manual, semi-automated, fully automated. It's these also which I haven't used it. It's like in recently which we got it. And here see item details we have process engine, picture, pricing, portal settings. Okay, let's get into like in one by one. So item details. Let us give like an the details of the product. So instead of like an typing it again and again, so what I'll do, I'll take the details of like an existing laptop which is available and I'll change this to Dell to MacBook because our laptop is MacBook. Okay. And then the short description is something which we will add it as a title. Okay, the description is something which we got it over here, right? See, about this item. Okay, so that's how it will be. So we just need to go ahead with this. Okay, so here we do have like an, we can copy paste it as well if it is necessary. So why I'm copy pasting is nothing but uh, it will take some time to go ahead with like in features of this and everything, so it will be like in good if we copy paste it. Okay, and the same kind of data will be available and you will understand better as well, and in real time in whenever you're creating a catalog item in your project, so all the details whatever which I'm giving over here will be there in a requirement document. Okay, so now see there is a, if I scroll down there is a meta. So meta field is something which we are going to add a search item or else which we can say keyword, search keywords. Let's say what I have added over here to search with, I have given a laptops, right? So laptops under 30,000, 50,000, 40,000, or else HP laptop. Okay, so this is what something the search keywords which I can say. So if I click on like an HP laptop, I got these results. Right. So depending on like in my search keyword, okay, search term which I can say. So here I can go ahead. So while using by using these tags, which we are going to use for the searching an item. Let's say this is a MacBook, right? MacBook laptop. So we can give like in by giving a comma on this. Okay. And you can give like an best laptop in that way which you can go ahead. Okay, if any of the keyword which I have used, okay, so that will then if I use any of that one, so then my MacBook will come up. Let me add a laptop as well as a name. Okay, so that's how about like in the meta. So if I move to like in process engine, okay, so here see we have a flow and workflow. Okay, so flow is nothing but whenever I click on like an if I click on like an order of any of a product, okay, so what should be done next? What's the flow or what's the process later? So everything which we can go with the flow designers or workflows. Workflow is one of a concept which we will discuss later. Okay, even the flow designers as well. Okay, so now see if I didn't use like an any flow designer or workflow, so there is a default workflow will be available that will take it as a default. If there is like an ER workflow is available, then you can remove this default and you can add this. Okay, so that's how the execution plan or else how the process or sequence, what will be like in sequence or else what's the process later after clicking on order button. Whenever I request something, what will happen later? Okay, so all the things which we are going to implement or configure in a flow designer or workflow. Okay, and we'll go with the next one, picture. So picture is something we can add icon and picture. So here see we have a picture, right? This is the picture. And we have a icons as well. So the smaller one is like an icons and the bigger one is like an picture. Okay. Now click to add and I downloaded one a laptop image and I will add that. So choose an image file. So it will be into like an our local mission only. Okay, let me go to the downloads. Okay, so MacBook image, if I clicked and I clicked on OK. So now my image will come up. Okay, so if I scroll down, so it's like in loading now. So the picture which I have added is available here. Okay, and you can add icon as well if you want, and then pricing. So if you want to add like an any pricing over here, okay, the price or the price of that specific MacBook, you can add it as well. Okay, so it's loading. And one more thing, so we can check it out why this is still loading. Just give me a second, I'll change the network. Okay, so as of now, it's like an in pricing we are, right? So pricing is something whenever we utilize the price over there. 1 second. No. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we
Yes,
can hear you.
Priyanka.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Priyanka.
Good, good. So pricing is something we just need to add a price of a product. That's it actually. So let that come up. And then the portal settings. Portal settings is something. So see here we do have like an, add to cart and the quantity. Okay, so there is like an order request and all this, right? So just giving like an access what should be displayed and what should not be displayed. If we want to add attachments as well, then we can add attachments as well as the mandatory. So see here you can hide the quantity, price, delivery date, add to cart. Okay, all these things which you can hide or else which you can display by checking on like in portal settings. Why this is not coming up? Even I cannot save it. So let me open my one. MacBook laptop. Okay, and one more thing. So whenever I change like an each and every update over there, I can click on try it and can check it. So how that looks and what and all the things is done. Things are done actually. Okay, see, I have added the title of this and then the description, and I have added the image as well. And the see, we are in a service catalog, and the category is hardware. And here under the hardware, we have a MacBook laptop. Okay, and by default, we do get like in these things. So try it is the one which you can check it out how the view of the specific laptop is available. So you can check this one in here as well. Let's say example in home also you can check it up, or else you can click on like in service catalog, and then you can give the name of that. Okay, so just give the name over here and search it. You will get a product. Hmm. What's going on? I'm not sure. Taking a lot of time to load. Yeah, see here, our product, MacBook laptop. It's loading now. So the name will come up and the short description will display over here. If I click this, see here, there is a description as well added over here. So that's how which we are going to add the catalog items into the portal as well. So automatically depending on like in our catalog and the category, so our product will display over here. Okay, so the next thing, let me go back whether it's coming or not. Yes, hopefully it came. Yeah. So now see it's a pricing session. So in pricing session, you can give the price over here depending on like in the currency. Okay, most by default it will be in a dollar only. So let us give $999. Okay, so now see recurring price. Recurring price is something. Let's say if I open this page, it's like in with this one HP laptop. So today the price is like in 37,999. Okay, so tomorrow it might change to like in 37,990 or else 43800 or else maybe like in 36,999. So the price might be like an increase sometimes a bit and sometimes it might be decreased as well. So that's how which we call it as a recurring price. So how much it should be done, let's say example $2. Okay, and recurring price frequency you can go with daily, weekly, every 2 weeks, monthly, every 2 months, quarterly, semi-annual, and annual. If you want to edit something, you can edit as well. Okay, so that's how about like in price we can add, and then portal settings. So here see request method. So we are ordering or requesting or submit. So the button which is available over here, right? See order now. Okay, if I click on like an order now, and the order will be ordered. So like in the product will be order. Okay, and if I click on like an request, so let's say if it is like an hardware things, then I'll go with the order button. If it is like in software kind of things and all, let's say application, something which you are requesting, then request now will come up. Submit also you can click on. Then what will happen? The submission, whatever which we are just need to create it, then that will be created as well. Okay, and I can hide the add to cart we have, right? We go back and open because I clicked on like an order now before. So there is like an add to cart option for the catalog items. Okay, so let me open like in any of a catalog item over here. So if I click this, see here there is an add to cart, right? So I can hide this as well. Okay, So by using this, by checking on this, and that the same way I can hide the quantity, I can hide the delivery time, I can hide the add to wish list, I can hide the attachment. I can make an attachment as well mandatory. These two are like in vice versa actually. So if this is checked, and this will be read only. If this is checked, this will be read only, because hiding and making it as like in compulsory is a vice versa thing actually. So if I make it as like in mandatory, then for sure I just need to click on attachment and need to provide some attachment over here. So this attachment one will be like, and more useful is nothing but if I had a hardware issue or a software issue, I'm getting an error, or else hardware got broke. So if I want to share like any screenshot or image of a that specific product and all, I can use this attachment and I can showcase. As of now, for like a catalog item, it's not required much actually. Okay, so for like any creating an incidents or else rising an issues, okay, those things and all which we use this hide my attachment and mandatory attachment. Okay, so that's about like in this. Okay, that is we do have like in see update button. We can copy the catalog item and we can use it as well. And then if I click on like and try it, and the product will be details will be like a display just like a service portal view. Okay, and here see there is a edit in catalog built up. So if I click on this one, so by using this as well, let me save this. By using this catalog builder also, I can create catalog item features and the variables and all the things which I can add over here. Okay, let me show you edit in catalog builder. It's taking time. Okay, so meanwhile, let me scroll down. And here we have a variable sets, catalog UI policies, catalog client scripts. Let me go with like in the variables explanation. Variable is something. See here, we have a question related thing, right? Is this a replacement for a lost or broken item? So this is one kind of question which we have in this catalog item. So this one we call it as a variable. Even this one second variable, third variable, fourth variable. So here we do have like in these radio buttons, this one. Okay, and here they have gone to like in the choice with like a reference, and the next one they have gone to like in multiple choices over here, and even here too. So the variables is nothing but this is what actually. Okay, so if I go back to like in, see, this is a catalog builder actually. So here, if I click on like in details, I can give the details over here, name, short description. If I scroll down, the picture I can add, or else I can download it, edit it, or else delete it. Okay. And the next one is like a location. So where it should be. Catalog and the category. Catalog is service catalog and the category is hardware. So these details which already we have given it, if we are not given this one, you can directly go to the catalog builder and you can add it. And the questions though, here see the things which I have told you before. Insert a new question. Let's say these are the questions actually, the variables. Here see there is a option, choice, date and time, display, label, all this. Okay, so you can go with the text or option. Okay, so we'll get like an yes or no. Just go with like in the choices, include none choices added. If there is like an any default value, then we can go ahead. If there is any auto population, you can select that as well. Okay, configure what value should be set for this question dynamically whenever the dependent question is changed by the user. Okay, and there is a annotation as well. You can click on the annotations and you can give ahead. Okay, so instead of like an adding over here, okay, so I'll go with like in creating the variables. Even this also works. Okay, or else this also will work. So now let me refresh this and go back to like an yeah. You cannot edit this item here as it is checked out for editing in catalog item. So now what we need to do, we just need to cancel checkout because we have entered into catalog builder. If I click on cancel checkout, then I can edit something over here. Okay, in UI only, which I can go ahead. If you are comfortable with like a catalog builder, you can go with it. But I'm comfortable with like in this one, UI. Okay, just click on like and cancel checkout, and then so here see scroll down, and here see there is a variable set, catalog UI policy, and then catalog client script available for the cancel checkout because it's not cancel because everything is like an read only. Okay, so now this is done. Variable is something which these kind of questions is nothing but variable. Okay, there is like a variable set as well. So variable set is something, let me tell you, this is an interview question as well. They will ask you what is the difference between variable and variable set. Okay, variable is something, so whenever I just need to give a question related thing, or else in tables we have a fields, right? Okay, so in the same way in catalog item we have a variables just like in question format. Okay, so variables that is something, let's say in I just need to create 10 catalog items, or else let's say 5 catalog items. So in this 5 catalog items, let me type it up over here. Cat items, I just need to go ahead. Among these 5 catalog items, there is a similar 5 variables are there. Let's say example, 5 questions are similar. So do I need to create like in each and every catalog item every time these repeatedly 5 variables again and again? No need to do that. So just simply we will merge or club all these 5 variables into variable set, and we will use this variable set for all the 5 catalog items, and the rest of the thing whatever which is unique for the individual catalog item we will create a variable, or else which will directly go with the variable set because the 5 variables whatever which is included or clubbed together into the variable set which we can use for multiple catalog items. So the name itself we have a set as a unit of variables, a set of variables which is available. Okay, that's about like in variable sets actually. And then catalog UI policy and catalog client step. Let's discuss about this. So what is UI policies actually? We already discussed this now. What is it? What it is?
It works on form level.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yes.
We can make the field read-only, mandatory, visible, or hide.
Right. So in the same way, if I want to make these fields, see here I have a mandatory fields, right? So if I want to make even the mandatory or read only or hiding and displaying over here by even in catalog item, then I will use catalog UI policy. And this is a one more question. What's the difference between like a normal UI policy and catalog UI policy? UI policies will work in tables. It's like in general record tables. Whereas if I want to make any changes related to depending on condition, need to make any field mandatory or read only or hiding and displaying a field for specifically for a catalog item, then I'm going to utilize or else I'm going to use catalog UI policies. Just like UI policies only which we do, but here we are going to utilize or else which we are going to mention the catalog item. Let me show you for a better understanding. If I click on new button, okay, see here it applies on the catalog item. The catalog item is MacBook, and short description you can give ahead, and then when to apply the condition which is available, and then you can go with an actions after saving it. Okay, so that's how which will be available actually. So and the next one we have like in catalog client script. So in the same way we have a client scripts as well. Okay, in scripting, if I want to do something any UI related kind of, the display kind of things and all for a catalog, then I'll go with the catalog client script. Okay, and if I scroll down, it's like it's still loading. That's why it's coming like in one by one. Okay, down one by one actually. So it will be side by side only if it is like loaded perfectly. So now see the next is like an available for, not available for. So available for is something who who are the users or who's are the persons who should have this catalog item in the portal. Okay, so let's say example, if I add this MacBook laptop, it's just for like an only one role based or group based or something else. Only one specific group or team should be able to see this one because that is useful for that specific team only, not for the others. Okay, so you can go with like we call it as a user criteria. Okay, so user criteria is something whenever we are going to apply or else which we are making the users to this MacBook Pro laptop is visible to them or not. If it is like invisible, then only they can order it, right? So the say it will be available for certain users who is having this certain user criteria. So which we can set on like an the role based over here. Okay, the user criteria which we can set up and then you can go ahead. So user criteria is something you are going to give the conditions and roles over there. If that is going to satisfy for any of a user and only for those users will able to access or else this laptop will be available for them or else it will not. The same way available for we have and there is like an available not available for as well we have.
Priyanka, sorry, one question here.
Mm.
So, available for, will it be users, groups, or roles in the sludge bucket?
Anything which we can. The
So
user
when
criteria is something which we are going to configure depending on like an user roles and groups. Okay,
when you're creating it, so when you clicked on edit, so what was on the left hand side of
that's
that?
what I'm gonna open.
Okay.
See, I told you as like an user criteria, right? So here's the under service catalog, we have user criteria. Okay, so these are the user criteria. So if I click on like a new, you will understand what it is actually. Okay, see, you can go with like a name of the user criteria. So here you can add specific users, groups, or roles. Okay, and you can add like in respective companies, location, departments as well. Okay, if there is like in something conditions you need to go with script as well, you can go with that too as a dynamically. So these kind of things and all which you can configure over here. Let's say only for one specific company. Okay, and specific location which you need to go ahead. Okay, only for specific group or role based or user based. So whenever we create this, so this name, whatever the name which is available, right, that will be there in the left side sludge bucket which I showed you over here. Okay, so here it will come like in the user criteria. So these are the things. So the same thing which is available over here. So this is the table which is referring actually user criteria records. Okay, so these are the ones which is available even there too. Okay,
So how many user criterias can we create?
you can go with like in multiple, not only one specific stuff. You can go with like in multiple.
So if we
Depends
create
on
like,
requirement.
okay, so let's say if we create more than one user criteria, then all the user criterias are shown in the collection.
Yes, yes. You are going
Okay.
to how we are going to add it. So we will select the multiple user criteria and go. We just need to move from like a left to right. Then that will be like a displayed, here as well records as well and that will be available and who's ever let's say I'm satisfying like in any of a user criteria and this laptop will be visible or available for me or else it will not. That's how actually.
So let's say I have one user criteria for
Mm,
users
mm,
and other user criteria has groups.
mm,
And the second user criteria is a group wherein there are many users.
mm.
So the user in the group is also a user in the user criteria. So that will be
Yeah.
a duplication which I am selecting.
Even though it is like a duplicate, it will
Okay.
display because we are just adding like an availability of the catalog item to respective person, right? Okay, so in the duplicate, this kind of duplicate kind of thing will not happen in real time because while they are giving like a requirement, so it depends on like a mostly role based only, role based or company based or location based. Okay, so they will give the conditions as well for the user criteria and we will implement it. So the case which you told, right now is like an even that also will happen, even it is like a duplicate. We are just adding just available to the specific users or not, right? So it will be available. It's just work as like in just like an or condition, either that or this. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. So, and here we do have like a not available for in the same way. So, whoever like an getting like an available depending on like a user criteria. So here we can mention who doesn't need not to get like in the availability of the specific catalog item. We can add the specific department or group depending on like an our user criteria. Okay, so available is something which is the catalog item will be available for respective persons who we are going to give up. Okay, and not available for is nothing but whatever the things which we add over here, this catalog item will not available for these users. If it is like an empty, it will be available for everyone. Okay, and the categories. Category we know about it already. We have added over here. It's like in hardware, and the catalog is service catalog. We have added this as well. Okay, and there is if I want to add like an any lookup definitions over here, then I can add that too. Okay, and one more thing here, see related articles I have, related catalog items I have. Okay, so let me tell you this. So this is a from normal item, right? In Amazon site. So if I scroll down, I will get a related search as well, related products which of my search result. So in the same way, if I want to add under this, under my MacBook Pro, if I want to add any other catalog items, then I can add that as well. And then articles also, which I can add. Let's say edit, click on edit, and I can add this. And this will not display in a try it button. You just need to go to like in portal and need to check it. Okay, so let me loading. So now add any of the catalog item here. Related catalog item is something. So under our catalog item, so these things will come up. Let's say I need to add Apple iPhone and there is like in one more MacBook as well. MacBook adapters. Let me add two. Okay, one I have added phone and one is like an adapter I have added. Okay, so under this catalog item, which we can give like in related search results as well. Okay, even I can add the articles too, knowledge articles. So it's taking too long today. Yeah. So if I scroll and I will show you like in how to create a variable and variable set as well. So I just need to add like in few questions for this specific catalog item too. Let me go with that too. Not sure what's happening. Okay, so meanwhile, what I'll do, I will check this MacBook in service portal as well. Yeah, so now just click on like in MacBook. So here see our product is available even in search. We can click over here or else it's loading right now. Okay, so here the three dots which you can check. So MacBook result. So our catalog item will display. Just open this. There's a network issue, I guess. So see, I got these related items as well. Apple iPhone 13 I have added, MacBook Air Power adapter also I have added. Right. And then the details, whatever which I have given before is like an added over here. Okay. So still this is loading. Not sure what's going on. And I just need to create like a few variables over here. Okay, and here see there is an attachment. If I want to add any attachments, then it will be redirected to like in my local machine and I can add attachments as well. Okay, so now in the same way you can add articles as well that will be displayed over here only under our catalog item. So now I'll create a variable and the variable set as well. I'll add in a variable set. Still it's loading. Yeah, meanwhile you can ask you questions if you have any. The time might be like in which we can manage like this. So variables which we can click on like a new. And I just got a question that need to explain the process engine again. Process engine is something here. See, what will be the next step? Let's say after creating a catalog item, let's say example, if I click on like an order now for this. Okay, so one request will be generated. Let's say click on like and check out. One request will be generated, request number will come up, and after the request number come and I ordered this one and that should be delivered, right? So when as soon as I click on like an order button and then before the delivery, so what should happen? What's the process should be there? The sequence of steps or activities what should be done? Okay, see, this is a request. So the process will be like usually it will be like after creating, after whenever I order it, request will be created, request number will come up, and then RATM is nothing but request item will be generated. Okay, and after there is like an approvals will be there. If this is approved, okay, and notifications will be there sometimes. And then if it is like an approved, then SC task will be generated and the team will work on this and they will close the issue, close the SC task, and then the delivery will be done to that specific shipping address of our ID. Okay, so this is the process actually. So these kind of thing where as soon as I click on like an order now, so this is the thing which will happen as the out of the box functionality. Okay, that's what we click on like a default, right? So the default thing which will happen like this. Okay, if there is like any other changes, let's say example after creating RATM, so there is like an approval should be triggered to respective persons, respective higher user. Okay, so there is like any changes need to create a task related kind of stuff or as any other new requirement came up. So what we'll do, we'll create a workflow or else flow designer and we will link that flow designer or workflow to this specific catalog item. Okay, so what will happen after creating, after clicking on like an order button, according to that workflow process or else the activities, the step-by-step sequence, whatever which is available over there. Okay, so according to that, it will work. after creating, after ordering a product, before the delivery, what should happen? What's the process should be there? Okay, so what and all the uh, things should be like and happen, so that everything which we are going to use by implementing like in workflow or flow designer. Okay, so that's what which we just need to add the workflow or flow designer to respective catalog item, then it will work according to that actually, according to this one. So as of now, if I didn't mention anything, but as a default, we do have a default workflow. If I open this, you'll get a full, clarity on this. If I open the record, oh, it takes some time, I guess. So see, this is a execution plan. So now it's not a workflow actually. Let me go ahead with like a default workflow will be available. This is now UI page, UI thing. Okay, so if I select like a let's say example, workflow is like in one more concept which we have. So we will learn more about this later. Let's say this is service request item. So see, if I click on this one, show workflow. So workflow looks like this according to the as sequence of activities, whatever which we implemented or configured here. According to this, the process will go on. Okay, so there will be like an begin and end in between. There will be like an the process as well. Step by step, the sequence will be there. Whenever I click on like an order, okay, after whenever it is triggered, then it will work according to the workflow sequence. Okay, so this will be something which we will learn. So this is the one, the loading.
Priyanka, is that something we need to know about the workflow first and then move to
No,
the? Okay.
first we need to go with the catalog item, then only about the workflow. So this is the workflow actually. See, this is the begin which we just need to start with, and then there is the approval user. Here we'll go with like a department head approval. If it is approved, this should happen. If it is rejected, if this happen. If it is rejected, we do have like a notification which we will inform, and then we will make it as a cancelled or rejected, and we were going to end up. So this is one flow actually, and this is if the respective head approval is like an approved it, then it will go like this. Approval action will make it as an approved, and then it will go with like an order fulfillment, and the notification will be sent, and then catalog I task will be created, and log message and end. Okay, and if it is like in back order and in stock, so if it is like an in stock, we'll go with this. If not, we'll go with like in this way. So that's how the flow will be. So according whenever I ordered it, okay, according to the workflow state, so it will go ahead. So if I approve it, it will go with this. If I'm not gonna approve it, it will end up like this. Okay, and even if it is like an approved, it will check whether it is there in a stock or not. If it is there, that's fine. It will be like in created and delivered. If not, it go with like a notification and will go with like and will wait for 14 more days to back order. See, that's how the workflow will look. So these kind of flow or else the sequence of activities, whatever it is available, this we are going to attach with the workflow. So see here, I have added this workflow and this default one went off. If I make this as like an empty and the default one will be there. Okay, if I refresh it, it will come. So that's how the workflow, depending on like in the workflow, the flow will be like in generated or implemented. The process will go ahead with along with this one. Okay, so this we will discuss later. So now let me go with like an the variables and variable set. So you're good, right, Rupesh? Yeah, okay. It's still loading. Not sure what happening. I'm using Wi-Fi before. Yeah, now I got it. Yeah, fine. So see here the variables, right? So here we have a new button. Just click on this new button. Okay, so now here we can add a variables. Let me add like in one variable as of now because we are running out of the time, and later I need to go with the variable set as well, right? So here see the application we know about it, and we can add the map the fields as well if there is any. Okay, and the type. So you can go with like a single line text or reference. All the type is available over here. Multi-line text, multiple choice, number scale, requested for. Okay, so select box we have, single line text we have. So labels, list characters, all the things is available. So as of now, I'll go with the reference. Catalog item is MacBook laptop, and the backend value of this variable is item underscore option. Okay, order is something we know about it. It's a position. So here we have, right, the Apple iPhone, we do have like in three, right? So first this variable should come up, second position this variable should come up. So the order of that specific variables is nothing but the sequence which I can say that's about like in the order. Even this will take time. Okay, so as of now I have given 100. If I want to make these fields mandatory or read only or hide or something hidden, so I can apply that as well over here. I'm making it as a mandatory now. Okay, and the question. So question is something, the variable name which I can say. So requested or else user affected. Who affected the thing? Okay, who is the user who affected or else anything which you can go ahead. Okay, so the name will come up automatically. Okay, so this is the backend value of the variable, and this is a variable name which we can call it as a question. And here we have a annotations. If I we have a help tag, help test instructions as well. If I want to click on like and show help, okay, that will come up. And help tag is something which will click on like an that specific icon, it will come up. So user affected is nothing but user, let's say user ID. Okay, if we go with type specifications, you can go with the, as of now I have used like in reference, right? Okay, so you can use the reference table, which reference table it should be there. So sys underscore user. Okay, just scroll down and check it out like in exactly the user table. See here, user table I have. And if you want to add on like a reference qualifier, you can add that too. And see variable width we have, right? So how much space it should occupy. Let's say example, there is like a full page over here, right? If I want to make it as like in half, I can go with like in 50%, and then the percentage also which you can use it. Okay, and default value, if there is like an any default value which I just need to utilize, I can go with that as well. Auto populate, so this one we got very recently in ita upgrade. Okay, so in this version we have got this auto populate. So if I want to auto populate depending on like in the question, okay, so I can auto populate the values as well with existing variables. I can auto populate it. Before we are using script to auto populate actually, but now though we got this one. Okay, and I'm going to give a permissions of read roles, write roles, and create roles, then I can go with that too. And availability, you can go with like invisibility elsewhere on bundles, guides, summaries as well, you can add. Okay, so now submit it. Now I have created one variable with a name of user affected. Okay, so if I refresh this, we'll see whether that variable will be available here or not. So here see, we got it. User affected, which having a reference of user table. Abraham Lincoln, Abel Tutor, everyone is like in coming up. So even our user also will come, demo user, I guess. Yeah. So that's how it will be there. And let me, you can try with like, and whenever you have time, right? So do one thing, just create like in multiple variables with the different types. As of now, I have used a reference type, right? Just go with like a choice. Okay, so date and time you can go with, email ID you can go with, like in, all the things, multiple choices you can go ahead. Okay, single line text, select box, requested for all the things. So just try with like at least 4 to 5 type over here. You will get a idea on this. Okay, and let me go and add on like in variable set now. So I will add existing variable set over here. That will be, just click on like an edit. Loading. And see, if I add on like an any user and if I click on like an order now. Okay, so request will be created. Request number will be created. And depending on like an request number, you can change the who is the requested for person. You can check it up and you can change the person as well, and delivery information you can add, special instructions also you can add, and click on checkout. Now we will get a request. As soon as we get a request, RATM, the flow which I told you, right? RATM will be generated, approvals will come up, notifications will be triggered, and SC task also will be generated. Okay, so that will be like in the flow. Just take this request number. Yeah, now we got this. Take this request number and give this, and you can check it out the request, whatever which we request over here. So if I scroll down, see, the item is like in MacBook laptop and RATM request item is created. Okay, and if I scroll down for this as well, here see the catalog item is like an also generated. Here the approvals is there here, and the group approvals also which we can add. If the specific person approved, then fine. And now this is the one which we just need to focus on, SC task. So the person, the service providing team will work on this SC task and they will make it as like a close complete, and then this product will be delivered to respective user to his shipping address. Okay, so now let me add this variable set. You can add up anything. Let me go with like an standard employee questions. These are the out of the box variable sets actually. Okay, if you want, you can try with this too. And now refresh this and check it out whether the variable set questions is like an added over here or not. Go to request something in portal. Open your MacBook laptop. If it is not available here, you can search it, or else you can go to the category and you can search with that. Okay, now see, I got this. Who is the requested for and when do you know need this? So these two things is like nothing but we got it from a variable set. The first one which I have created and the second two which we got it. So two variables all added at a single variable set. So you can add multiple variables as well in one single variable set. Okay, so if I open this, if I scroll down, see the variable set is like an available here. If I want to add few more, I can go ahead, or else we can create a new variable set as well. Okay, and then we can use that. See the backend value of this is variable set is item option underscore new underscore set. So utilize this, just take it out like an, the backend value and use the list you will get variable sets, or else directly you can type variable sets as well here, even that also will work. And click on new, and you can add multiple variables into this. You can set off like an, select single row variable set and multi-row variable set. So, just go with like a single row variable set and just add on like in the details over here, that will work. But as of now, just try it out with like an existing one, and if you have time, just you can go with this too. Okay, so that's how about like in the catalog item thing. So just adding a variables and variables and everything. So let me refresh it again, because due to this network issue, I guess it was like in something delayed and clumsy for you, I think. So let me make it as like in clear right now within a 1 to 2 minutes. So catalog item is something, it's a goods or services which we are going to provide the services to the customers or end users over here by using ServiceNow platform. It will be there in a service catalog. Okay, so which will be available in portal. So not only in portal, even here as well. So in self-service, we have service catalog, right? Even here also, our items will be available, even in our ServiceNow tool, other than portal. Not only in portal, even here we'll get it. Okay, so let that load. We'll show you. So here we'll have all the categories. Let's say hardware. So developer laptop, Mac, all this which we have, right? See, this is the MacBook laptop which we created. If I click on that, from here also I can order. See, this is the one which we created, right? The title, the description, and the three variables, three questions which is available. If I give these details, and then I can click on order now from here as well, not only from portal. The portal thing is available for like an end customers, whoever need to, who doesn't have a access for a portal. And and let's say as an admin, I do have like in two ways, but anyhow I prefer service portal only to request something instead of like in using a left navigation and going there. Okay, so the catalog item is something which we are going to add a goods or services. Okay, so which we have like in self-service. So to create this one, just go with like in maintain items in a navigation, or else just type it out like an INIT. So did I say this shortcut tip over here? See, whenever I need to open any of one, let's say example UI policy, UI space PO. The first word last two letters and the second word first two letters. Just give like this and then open it. So it's some maintain items. Last it's like an IN space IT. I have given this and it came up. And in maintain items, just click on new and give all the details, name, category, catalog. Okay, give the details over here. Okay, and then create a variable and variable set, and you can add on like in few more stuff as well if you're okay. Then save it, and you can click on like and try it here, and you can check it out even the same page as well, instead of like and going back to portal and checking up. Okay, but the related items and articles will not be displayed over there, only here it will come up. That this for like in checking purpose, actually this is the actual one which will be available in portal with proper details. Okay, so that's how which we will create a catalog item. So yesterday and day before yesterday we were looking into like in all these items, right, before and all, how these things is like an added, and how these it will be like an ordered everything which we were discussing. So that's how which we are going to create a catalog item. Okay, so now I'll go with your questions. All good?